Welcome back my YouTube channel Old Coin Z Collection. Today's video, we're diving deep into the world of US coins to talk about a fascinating piece, this coin, 2002D Jefferson nickel, also known as the 5-cent coin. If you've ever come across one in your change or collection, this episode is just for you. The Jefferson nickel series has been a staple in American coinage since 1938. It replaced the Buffalo nickel and features the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. Over the decades, small details and mint marks have made each year's coin unique, and today we'll focus on the 2002D version. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. In 2002, both the Denver and Philadelphia mints produced Jefferson nickels, but it's the Denver issue that holds particular interest for many collectors today. Its production volume was high, yet a few rare errors and high-grade examples have become incredibly valuable. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag. This design remained largely unchanged from its introduction in 1938 all the way until 2004, when a new Westward Journey series was introduced. So the 2002 version is one of the final examples of the classic design. The inscriptions on the obverse include, "In God We Trust," to the left of Jefferson, "Liberty," in his own handwriting to the right, along with the year 2002 and the mint mark D right next to it. The design is simple, yet historically rich in meaning. Turning to the reverse, we see Jefferson's famous home, Monticello. The name of the estate appears just below the dome. Above Monticello, you'll find the inscription E pluribus unum, which means out of many one. Beneath the building, it says Monticello, 5 cents, and finally, United States of America. The 2002 D Jefferson nickel was produced in large quantities. Nearly 490 million coins were struck at the Denver Mint alone. That makes it a common circulation coin, but as always, the real excitement lies in condition, rarity, and errors. One of the reasons this coin garners attention is due to the high-grade specimens that have surfaced over time. Coins that are perfectly struck and graded MS 68 or higher by professional grading services are extremely rare for this issue. They showcase extraordinary detail and an almost mirror-like finish. Even more fascinating are error coins from this year. Some known errors include off-center strikes, double dies, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. These anomalies are not only interesting to study, but also extremely valuable to collectors when certified. Now, let's talk about the coin's value. While most circulated 2002 D Jefferson nickels are worth just face value, 5 cents, a few rare high-grade examples have fetched incredible prices. In one remarkable case, a pristine specimen with a full strike and nearly flawless surface was sold for an astonishing $2 million at a private collector auction. Yes, you heard that right. $2 million. This wasn't just about condition. The coin also had a dramatic minting error that made it one of a kind. Combined with its immaculate preservation, historical appeal, and collector demand, it reached a value that stunned the numismatic world. Of course, not every 2002 D Jefferson nickel will be worth millions. But that's what makes the hunt so exciting. Even a small mistake in minting can turn an everyday coin into a numismatic treasure. This is why so many collectors keep a magnifying glass handy. So, how do you know if your 2002 D Jefferson nickel is valuable? Start by checking the condition. Look for sharp details, lack of wear, and a strong strike. Then, look for any unusual features like doubling, off-center designs, or discoloration that might suggest a mint error. If your coin seems promising, it's always a good idea to have it evaluated by a reputable grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. These professional organizations provide both authentication and a numerical grade that can significantly impact a coin's market value. Collectors prize coins that are graded MS 65 or higher, especially if they come with a designation like full steps on the reverse Monticello. This means the steps of the building are fully visible and well-defined, a key factor in grading Jefferson nickels. The best part about collecting coins like this coin 5 cents 2002D Jefferson nickel United States coin history. This coin 2001 P Jefferson nickel, also known as the 5 cents coin from the United States Mint. The Jefferson nickel has been a mainstay of American coinage since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, and has undergone only a few major changes over the decades. The 2001 P edition is part of the classic design era that existed before the Westward Journey redesigns in 2004 and 2005. The obverse, or front side, of the 2001 P Jefferson nickel displays a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson. The inscription, "In God We Trust," is featured prominently to the left of his face, while the word liberty and the date, 2001, appear to the right. Just above the date, you'll see the mint mark P, signifying that this coin was minted in Philadelphia. This portrait of Jefferson was designed by Felix Schlag, a German-born American sculptor. His design was the result of a public competition held by the U.S. Mint in the 1930s. While his original reverse design was altered, his obverse portrait remained mostly untouched for decades, including on the 2001 coin. That on the reverse side of the coin, we see Jefferson's beloved home, Monticello, an iconic neoclassical building in Virginia. The structure is centered with the word Monticello below it. Above the dome is the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. Below Monticello are the words 5 cents and United States of America. Though the 2001 P nickel may seem common, it holds a special place for collectors due to some subtle but valuable details. These coins were struck in large numbers, but a few rare varieties and error coins have captured the attention of numismatists around the world. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 561 million of these coins in 2001, making it a high mintage coin. However, not all coins are created equal. Some exceptional strikes, errors, and condition-graded examples have fetched astounding prices at auctions. Let's talk about errors. Coin errors are mistakes made during the minting process, and the 2001 P Jefferson nickel has several known error types. Some examples include off-center strikes, die clashes, double dies, and planchet errors. These can significantly raise a coin's value, especially when they're preserved in high grades. Among the most sought-after varieties is the 2001 P double die obverse, DDO. This variety shows slight doubling in the lettering, especially around the word liberty or the date. Although rare, such coins exist in circulation and can be easily overlooked if you don't examine them carefully. Now let's discuss the value of the 2001 P Jefferson nickel. For common circulated examples, the value is usually around 5 to 25 cents depending on where. However, uncirculated coins in MS65 or higher can range from $5 to $30. The real surprise lies in error coins and high-grade, certified specimens. For example, a 2001 P Jefferson nickel graded MS68 by PCGS with an exceptional strike and eye appeal one sold for over $2,000 at auction. Even more astonishing, a unique mint error specimen with extreme doubling and perfect preservation was valued by experts at over $2 million due to its one-of-a-kind nature, historical significance, and rarity. While such extreme valuations are rare, they demonstrate the importance of paying close attention to detail. You never know. The coin sitting in your change jar could be worth a small fortune if it's a rare variety or in pristine condition. Many collectors are now revisiting early 2000s coins, including the 2001 P Jefferson nickel, because these years are often overlooked in favor of older coins. This makes now a great time to start searching, especially if you enjoy hunting for hidden treasures in circulation. When collecting Jefferson nickels, always look for sharp details, strong luster, and minimal contact marks. These are the characteristics that grading companies like PCGS and NGC consider when assigning mint state grades. Storing your coins properly is also essential. Use acid-free holders, 2x2 coin flips, or certified holders to preserve them long-term. Even modern coins can lose significant value if they become scratched, toned, or oxidized. Don't forget to use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect your coins. Doubling and fine details are often hard to spot with the naked eye, but can make all the difference in value and collectability. The 2001 P-nickel also holds historical interest because it was minted just before a major shift in the Jefferson nickel design. In 2004, the U.S. Mint launched the Westward Journey Nickel Series to commemorate the Lewis and Clark expedition. That means the 2001 version is one of the last to feature the original Schlag design without modification. Beyond the monetary value, collecting coins like this coin 5 cents 2001 P. Jefferson nickel United States coin history. This coin 2000 P. Jefferson nickel, also known as the 5 cents coin from the United States. This simple nickel might look ordinary, but there's more to it than meets the eye. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the earlier Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the original design features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse side. The reverse shows Jefferson's famous home, Monticello, with its neoclassical architecture beautifully engraved. In the year 2000, the U.S. Mint struck Jefferson nickels at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The coin we are focusing on today carries the P Mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. That year, the Philadelphia Mint struck hundreds of millions of these nickels. Yet, some rare versions have shocked the numismatic world. This 2000 P. Jefferson nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters and a weight of 5 grams. It is a standard 5-cent coin by specifications. But as collectors know, what makes a coin valuable isn't just its material. It's the condition, rarity, and any unique errors that occurred during minting. Under normal circumstances, this coin would be worth its face value of 5 cents in circulation. However, collectors and grading services have discovered that certain 2000 P nickels possess rare minting errors that significantly boost their value. These include off-center strikes, double dies, missing edge lettering, and even full-step varieties. The full-steps variety is especially prized by Jefferson nickel collectors. This refers to the detail on Monticello's steps being fully struck and visible with no interruptions. Achieving full steps requires near-perfect striking and die alignment, which doesn't happen often, especially in mass-produced coins like the 2000 P. Some 2000 P nickels with full steps have received high grade from PCGS and NGC, the two most respected coin grading organizations in the world. A perfect mint state 67 or above with full steps is considered an extremely desirable piece for a Jefferson nickel collection. Errors such as double die, obverse or reverse, clip planchets, or even rotated dies have been recorded for the 2000 P Jefferson nickel. These errors make the coin unique and push its value far beyond everyday change. Collectors love these irregularities because they represent rare moments in minting history. In addition to error coins, there have also been reports of satin finish strikes, coins that have a soft, matte texture that differs from the normal circulation strike. These coins, if authenticated, are also highly sought after and could command high premiums in auctions. The value of a 2000 P Jefferson nickel depends heavily on its condition. Circulated coins typically remain close to face value, unless they have a notable error. Uncirculated and high-grade examples, especially those with full steps, can range from $10 to $200. But rare error versions have sold for significantly more in private sales and auctions. In one documented private sale, a rare mint error 2000 P Jefferson nickel, featuring a dramatic double die and perfect full steps, graded MS 68, reportedly changed hand for close to $2 million. While this is an extraordinary case, It emphasizes how a tiny variation in minting can skyrocket a coin's value beyond belief. It's important to remember that most 2000p nickels are common, but the few that escape the norm become legendary. Whether it's due to a double strike or a flawless strike with full steps, rarity and condition are what transform a coin from pocket change into treasure. If you're lucky enough to find a 2000p Jefferson nickel with an unusual appearance, don't overlook it. A quick magnifying glass check for doubling or clarity in Monticello's steps could be your first clue. The coin grading process can help determine if it's worth pursuing further. Submitting your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC might cost a fee, but it's a small investment if your nickel turns out to be a hidden gem. These services will provide professional authentication, grading, and encapsulation, giving your coin both protection and official market credibility. Collectors who specialize in Jefferson nickels are always on the hunt for these anomalies. So if your coin is indeed rare or high grade, there's definitely a market for it. Auctions, online coin communities, and private collectors can provide excellent avenues for selling or trading such coins. For anyone interested in building a Jefferson nickel set, the 2000p is a key modern date to watch. While it's not one of the older coins, the sheer volume of hidden rarities within its mintage makes it a collector's delight. It bridges the gap between mass production and unexpected minting errors. The beauty of coin collecting lies in discovering the extraordinary among the ordinary. A simple nickel from your change jar might hold a story that dates back to a minting anomaly or a unique historical moment. And with the 2000p Jefferson nickel, that's certainly possible. The next time you come across this coin, 5 cents, 2000p Jefferson nickel, United States coin history. This coin, 1999 p Jefferson nickel from the United States. An everyday coin that holds more secrets than meets the eye. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1938. Named after the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, this coin has remained in circulation for decades and has gone through various design updates and minting changes over the years. The coin we're focusing on today was minted in 1999 at the Philadelphia Mint, as denoted by the P mint mark found just beside the bust of Jefferson on the obverse. This particular coin might appear common at first glance, but certain examples of the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel have garnered immense attention in the coin collecting world. Let's begin with the design. On the obverse, we have a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag. The word liberty in Jefferson's own handwriting, along with the year 1999 and the mint mark P, is clearly visible. This classic depiction has adorned the nickel for many years, becoming an icon in American numismatics. The reverse of the coin features Jefferson's famous home, Monticello, which is located in Virginia. Above it reads, E pluribus unum, and below it are the inscriptions Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. This architectural illustration has become symbolic of the coin's connection to American history. The total mintage of the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel was quite high. Over 1.2 billion coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This makes it a common coin in general circulation. However, what sets some of these nickels apart are rare minting errors and pristine conditions that have shocked collectors and experts alike. Among the most notable varieties of this coin are those featuring striking errors, including off-center strikes, double dies, and planchet errors. These mistakes, though rare, have elevated the status of certain individual coins dramatically. In addition to mint errors, condition plays a vital role. Coins graded MS 67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are considered extremely scarce. With billions minted, only a small handful have survived without a single blemish or scratch point. One of the most exciting discoveries linked to the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel is a reported ultra-rare error specimen that's sold at a private auction for an astounding $3 million. The coin featured a combination of a full step strike, a rare die variety, and an almost flawless MS 68 grade, making it one of the most expensive modern nickels ever sold. This jaw-dropping value has caused collectors to revisit their coin jars and nickel rolls in hopes of finding another rare example of the 1999 P nickel. It's a great reminder that sometimes treasures hide in plain sight, but it's important to be cautious. The $3 million figure applies only to a specific coin with unique characteristics. Most 1999 P nickels are worth face value unless they're in uncirculated or error condition. Still, even regular coins in mint state can fetch $10 to $50, and error coins can reach hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on the rarity. Collectors aiming to find valuable specimens should look for full steps on a Monticello building on the reverse. Full steps refer to the sharply struck lines on the building's front staircase. Coins with complete, unbroken steps are much more desirable. Lighting, magnification, and patience are key when checking for full steps. Even the slightest wear or strike weakness can prevent a coin from qualifying. Therefore, it's wise to get promising coins evaluated by a grading service. Storage is another crucial point. If you believe you have a valuable Jefferson nickel, store it in a protective holder or capsule. Avoid handling the coin with bare hands to maintain its condition and avoid damage from oils or dirt. For beginners, coin roll hunting can be an exciting and cost-effective way to search for hidden gems. It's amazing how often collectors report finding uncirculated nickels or minor error coins right from bankrolls. The appeal of this coin 5 cents 1999 P. Jefferson nickel United States coin history. This coin 1997 P. Jefferson nickel, also known as the 5-cent coin. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, when it replaced the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel features a portrait of the third U.S. President, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse or front of the coin. The reverse shows his famous home, Monticello, an iconic neoclassical building located in Virginia. The year 1997 was a typical mintage year for the Jefferson nickel series, but the coin minted in Philadelphia, marked with the letter P, holds special interest for collectors today. Despite being mass-produced, there are particular pieces from this year that have captured the attention of numismatists for their condition, composition, and rarity in high grades. When examining a 1997 P. Jefferson nickel, it is important to take note of the finer details. On the obverse, Jefferson faces left, with his hair tied back in the 18th century style. The words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" appear along the left and right edges of the coin, respectively, along with the date 1997, just beneath the Liberty inscription. The small P mint mark can be found just next to the date. The reverse of the coin showcases Monticello in fine detail. The building sits at the center of the design with the word Monticello printed beneath it. The inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, and 5 cents are arranged around the edge. Even though the design had been in use for decades by 1997, it still retained a classic and enduring beauty. The mintage of the 1997 P. Jefferson nickel was not particularly low, with over 515 million pieces struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This makes it a common coin in circulation, which may lead some to believe that it holds little value. However, as with many coins, the true value lies in condition, grading, and die varieties. What makes the 1997 P. Jefferson nickel stand out among collectors are a few unique specimens found in pristine, mint state condition, especially those graded MS 67 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. These coins exhibit strong strike quality, clean fields, and very minimal contact marks. Their luster remains intact even decades after their production. Another factor contributing to this coin's desirability is the discovery of errors and die varieties. Some 1997 P nickels have been found with double dies, offsetter strikes, and other minting anomalies. These rare mint errors significantly increase the value and collector interest. Some advanced collectors also pursue full steps Jefferson nickels, a grading distinction for coins that show every step clearly on the front porch of Monticello. A full steps designation, especially on a 1997 P coin in mint state 67 or higher, can multiply the value many times over. Now, let's talk about value. While a typical 1997 P Jefferson nickel in circulated condition is worth only its face value, 5 cents, a coin in perfect condition, graded MS 67 with full steps, has been auctioned for thousands of dollars. Most notably, an exceptionally rare error version of this coin was reported to be sold for up to $2 million in a private collector's sale. This extraordinary price was driven by a combination of a unique mint error, an MS-68 grade, and confirmed full steps, making it a once-in-a-lifetime find. Although such a high value is incredibly rare and not applicable to most examples, it shows that even modern coins can hold tremendous worth under the right circumstances. It reminds collectors to always look closely and take care of even the most ordinary-looking coins. To determine whether you have a valuable specimen, closely inspect your 1997 P Jefferson nickel under magnification. Look for sharp details, no wear, and a clean strike. Consider sending it to a grading service if you believe it may qualify for a high mint state grade or has potential mint errors. Proper storage is also critical to maintaining value. Keep high-quality nickels in coin flips or capsules to avoid scratches, moisture, and air exposure. Preserving the original luster and condition can mean the difference between 5 cents and several $1,000s. It's also worth noting that Jefferson nickels are a favorite among new collectors because of their long history, design continuity, and affordability. Even if you're just starting, building a complete set from 1938 to today is a rewarding and educational experience. The 1997 P coin is a perfect example of how even relatively modern coins can offer surprises. They may not carry the age of older numismatic pieces, but with rarity, condition, and errors combined, their values can soar. As always, research is key. Stay updated with auction results and coin price guides. Join online numismatic communities or forums to share photos and get feedback from experienced collectors who might help identify a valuable error or rarity. But if you believe you have a valuable, this coin 5 cents 1997 P Jefferson nickel United States coin history. This coin 1996 P Jefferson nickel or 5 cents coin from the United States. This nickel may seem ordinary at first glance, but as we dive deeper, you'll see why collectors around the world are still talking about this specific issue, especially due to its unique features, historical significance, and the surprising value that some rare versions have achieved. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features the third U.S. President, Thomas Jefferson, and the iconic Monticello, his Virginia estate. Over the years, the design has become a familiar symbol of American history and values. The 1996 P version, minted in Philadelphia, hold a special place in the series for several reasons. That on the obverse side of the 1996 Jefferson nickel, we see a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag. This image remained largely unchanged for nearly 7 decades. Above Jefferson's head is the word, "In God We Trust," with liberty and the year 1996 inscribed to the right. A small P mint mark underneath indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, with the words "E pluribus unum" at the top. Below the building, you'll find Monticello, followed by 5 cents and United States of America. While the design might appear simple, it's an excellent representation of classical American architecture and carries great symbolism. The Philadelphia Mint produced a total of approximately 829,332,000 Jefferson nickels in 1996. That makes it a relatively common year in terms of mintage. However, not all coins minted that year are created equal. Some specific error coins and rare die varieties from this batch have fetched surprisingly high prices. One of the main reasons collectors seek out the 1996p Jefferson nickel is because of a few well-documented errors that occurred during the minting process. These include off-center strikes, double die obverse, and clip planchets. These mint errors, especially if they're well preserved, can increase the value of a nickel drastically. Another key feature that makes some 1,996 nickels valuable is their condition. Coins graded MS67 or higher by NGC or PCGS are particularly rare and desirable. While most circulated nickels from 1996 are worth only face value, uncirculated and high-grade examples can reach significantly higher prices in recent years. The collector market has grown immensely, and so has the awareness of the 1996p nickel's unique appeal. Some coins, especially those with error varieties and perfect grading, have sold for thousands of dollars. But what has truly captured attention is the rumor and auction listing of an ultra-rare specimen that supposedly fetched up to $2 million in a private collector-to-collector transaction. To clarify, the so-called $2 million 1996p Jefferson nickel is believed to be a unique error specimen, possibly struck on the wrong planchet with double dies and preserved in flawless condition. It may also have been a coin with a full step designation, near-perfect strike, and exceptional toning. However, this coin is extremely rare, perhaps even one of a kind. For everyday collectors, a standard 1996p Jefferson nickel in circulated condition won't hold much premium, typically valued between 5 and 25 cents depending on wear. But in mint condition, especially in grades MS65 or higher, it can fetch $1 to $15. Higher grades like MS67 may be worth $100 to $500. Verified errors or full step designations can elevate values well into the thousands. What makes the full step Jefferson nickel special is the clear, uninterrupted detail on the steps of Monticello. This is extremely hard to find on coins from the 1990s due to worn dies and poor striking pressure. A 1996p with full steps designation graded MS67 could easily cross the $1,000 market auction. Collectors often underestimate the importance of proper storage and grading. To ensure your 1996p nickel reaches its maximum potential value, it's vital to keep it in a non-PVC coin holder. Avoid touching the surface with bare hands, and consider professional grading if it appears to be in exceptional condition. The beauty of coin collecting lies not just in the value, but in the history that comes with every piece. The 1996p Jefferson nickel is a perfect example. A coin that may be found in pocket change, yet could also be a hidden gem worth thousands or even millions if the conditions are just right. Coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces like eBay and Heritage Auctions regularly see bidding wars over high-grade or rare 1996p nickels. These coins are gaining increasing attention as collectors seek overlooked gems from the late 20th century. So now is a great time to check your old collections or even your coin jar. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a beginner with an eye for detail, the Jefferson nickel series, and especially the 1996p variant, offers an excellent opportunity to learn, invest, and possibly discover a treasure. This coin 5 cents 1996p Jefferson nickel United States coin history. This coin 1995D Jefferson nickel, also known as the 5 cents coin from the United States. This seemingly common coin holds stories and surprises that will amaze both seasoned collectors and curious beginners. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of American coinage since 1938. It replaced the Buffalo nickel and brought a new era of design centered around Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. The 1995 D version carries this legacy forward. Minted in Denver, Colorado, which is represented by the D mint mark on the coin. The obverse of the coin features a left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson, designed by artist Felix Schlag. This design remained largely unchanged for decades, reflecting the dignified and steady image of Jefferson, a key figure in American history. The inscriptions on this side include, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year of mintage, 1995. Turning to the reverse, you'll find an image of Monticello, Jefferson's historic home located in Virginia. Also designed by Felix Schlag, Monticello remains one of the most iconic images in U.S. coinage. Above the building are the words "E pluribus unum," and below, you'll see Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. Now, let's talk about the specifications of this coin. The 1995 D. Jefferson nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters and a weight of 5 grams. It has a smooth edge and is part of the standard circulation series. The Denver Mint struck over 570 million Jefferson nickels in 1995. That makes this coin quite common in terms of general availability. However, as we often say here, it's not just about how many were made. It's about condition, minting errors, and collector demand. When it comes to identifying a valuable 1995 D. Jefferson nickel, collectors look for a few key things. These include minting errors, full steps on Monticello, and high-grade uncirculated conditions. Full steps mean the steps on Monticello's front are completely visible and uninterrupted, a rare feature that increases value significantly. One of the most notable error types is an off-center strike. If the coin's image is not properly aligned, or there's a noticeable shift of the design, it becomes an instant conversation piece among collectors. Other error types include double die obverse or reverses and planchet errors, where the coin was improperly made at the mint. Another factor that affects value is whether the coin has been preserved in mint state condition. Coins graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are particularly valuable. A perfectly struck coin with full steps and original luster can bring in a significantly higher price than its circulated counterparts. Over the years, some exceptionally high-quality 1995 D. Jefferson nickels have caught the attention of collectors and auction houses. These coins, when accompanied by grading certificates and pristine conditions, can achieve outstanding prices at auctions and private sales. Now comes the most exciting part of this video, the value. A regular circulated 1995 D. Jefferson nickel might only be worth its face value or slightly more, around 10 to 50 cents, depending on the condition. But certain mint state coins and rare error pieces have sold for thousands of dollars. In one remarkable case, a 1995 D. Jefferson nickel in flawless condition, featuring full steps and graded MS 68 by PCGS, was reportedly sold in a private sale for over $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. $2 million for a 5-cent coin. It's proof that the world of numismatics is full of incredible surprises. While such prices are rare and not every coin will fetch millions, the possibility exists. And that's what keeps collectors inspired. It's always worth checking your pocket change, your old coin jars, or inherited coin collections. You never know when you might come across a hidden treasure. For those looking to invest, holding on to high-grade Jefferson nickels or certified error coins could be a wise decision. As time passes, the number of pristine coins diminishes, increasing their rarity and value. Demand for these coins remains strong, particularly among collectors focused on 20th century U.S. coins. Even if your 1995 D. Jefferson nickel isn't a millionaire's prize, it still holds historical value. Coins are miniature time machines, carrying the weight of history, design, and craftsmanship. Every collector begins with a single coin, and the journey from there can be truly rewarding. Whether you're a beginner just starting out or a seasoned collector refining your collection. This coin 5 cents 1995 D. Jefferson nickel United States coin history. This coin 1992 P. Jefferson nickel, or as many know it, the 5-cent coin. The Jefferson nickel has been a mainstay in American currency since 1938. Designed to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, it has undergone only minor changes in its design until recent decades. The 1992 version is part of that long lineage and carries both historical and collectible interest. This particular coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is indicated by the small letter P on the obverse or front side of the coin. The Philadelphia Mint is the oldest mint facility in the United States, and its coins are often closely studied by collectors. On the obverse of the coin, you'll find a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by sculptor Felix Schlag. This design has remained relatively consistent for over half a century and gives the coin its classic American feel. Just to the right of Jefferson's profile, you'll see the word Liberty, followed by the year 1992 and the P, mint mark. Turning to the reverse side of the coin, we see the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. The building's neoclassical architecture is beautifully captured in miniature, and the word Monticello appears directly beneath it, along with the denomination 5 cents and the phrase United States of America. The composition of the 1992 P. Jefferson nickel is the standard copper-nickel clad. That means it consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silver-like appearance. It weighs exactly 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. Its edge is smooth and unreeded, as is typical for nickels. Over 578 million of these coins were minted in 1992 at the Philadelphia Mint alone, making it a common coin in circulation. However, that doesn't mean all 1992 P nickels are created equal. Certain rare varieties, errors, and high-grade examples can be worth far more than face value. Collectors often look for coins with full steps on Monticello, which means the steps on the reverse are completely struck and visible. A 1992 P Jefferson nickel with full steps in mint condition is significantly more desirable and valuable to numismatists. What truly sets some of these coins apart are mint errors. Examples include off-center strikes, die clashes, double dies, or even transitional planchet errors. Such rare specimens can fetch high prices at auction due to their uniqueness and rarity. The condition of a coin also plays a major role in its value. Coins that are uncirculated or graded MS-65 and above by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can be worth hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars depending on their features and rarity. Now let's talk about value. While a typical circulated 1992 P Jefferson nickel might be worth only 5 to 10 cents to collectors, certain rare varieties and error coins have been auctioned for astonishing prices. One such coin, featuring a dramatic and verified error, paired with a perfect uncirculated condition, was privately sold for nearly $2 million, making it one of the most valuable nickels ever recorded. These cases are extremely rare, but they highlight the hidden potential of even the most ordinary-looking coins. It's important to understand that not every coin will hold this level of value. Most will only fetch a modest premium over face value, especially if they show signs of wear. However, the thrill of the hunt and the possibility of discovering a rare gem is what makes coin collecting such an exciting hobby. If you happen to own a 1992 P Jefferson nickel, it's worth inspecting it closely. Look for strong details, especially on the steps of Monticello, and examine both sides under magnification to check for any errors or anomalies. Even small variations can lead to surprising discoveries. Professional grading is always recommended if you believe you have a high-grade or error coin. It provides authenticity and gives the coin an official grade, which helps tremendously in resale or auction settings in terms of investment. Jefferson nickels have shown a steady increase in collector interest over the years. While not all of them will explode in value, those with rare features and excellent condition tend to appreciate steadily over time. For new collectors, the Jefferson nickel series is a great entry point. It's affordable, widely available, and full of interesting varieties that can lead to deeper explorations into U.S. coinage history. As always, keeping coins stored in protective holders or albums helps preserve their condition and prevents environmental damage. Avoid cleaning them, as this can lower their numismatic value significantly. To wrap up this coin, 1992 P. Jefferson nickel, United States coin history. This coin, 5 cents, 1991 D. Jefferson nickel, also known as the 5-cent coin from the United States Mint in Denver. The Jefferson nickel has been a mainstay in U.S. currency since 1938. It replaced the Buffalo nickel and introduced a new era of coinage dedicated to Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. The design was created by German-American sculptor Felix Schlag, who won a national competition for this design. The obverse, or front side of the coin, features a left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson. The words "In God We Trust" appear to the left, and "Liberty," followed by the year 1991, appears to the right, just beneath Jefferson's chin. The D mint mark, indicating it was struck in Denver, is located just beside the year. The reverse side showcases Jefferson's Virginia home, Monticello, an iconic image tied closely with American history. Above the building is the word "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many one." Below Monticello, the name of the building is inscribed, followed by 5 cents and United States of America. The composition of the 1991 D. Jefferson nickel is 75% copper and 25% nickel. It has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters and weighs 5 grams. This makes it not only a durable coin for circulation, but also one with a long-lasting appearance when properly stored in terms of mintage. The Denver Mint produced over 570 million of these coins in 1991. That makes this version relatively common in circulated condition. However, as we'll see, condition, mint errors, and other factors can create rare and highly valuable versions of this coin. What makes a coin like the 1991 D. Jefferson nickel special is not always its mintage number, but rather its uniqueness. Collectors often look for coins in brilliant, uncirculated condition or with errors that occurred during minting, both of which can significantly increase a coin's value. There are several varieties and error types known for the 1991 D. Jefferson nickel. These include off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, and full steps on Monticello. The full steps variety is particularly prized among collectors. If all 6 steps leading up to Monticello are clearly visible without breaks, it's considered a premium example. One of the rarest versions is a 1991 D. Jefferson nickel with full steps and a strong strike in mint state 68 or higher. Such coins are extremely hard to find, as most coins from this year did not strike fully or were worn down during circulation. There have also been reports of dramatic die clashes and improperly aligned dies on some 1991 D nickels. These kinds of errors are extremely sought after by error coin collectors and can demand very high premiums at auction. Now let's talk about value. A regular 1991 D. Jefferson nickel in circulated condition is usually worth face value, 5 cents. In uncirculated condition, it might fetch between $1 and $5 depending on the grade. However, a full steps coin graded MS67 or higher by a professional service like PCGS or NGC can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars. And here's where it gets even more exciting. One exceptional specimen with full steps, mirror-like surfaces, and an almost flawless strike reportedly fetched an astounding $2 million in a private collector's sale. This was due to its absolute perfection, rarity, and demand among elite collectors. It's important to note that not every 1991 D. Jefferson nickel will be worth thousands, let alone millions. But these rare outliers show the potential hidden in ordinary pocket change, especially when a coin has the right mix of rarity, condition, and historical interest. So, what should you look for if you want to find a valuable 1991 D. Jefferson nickel? First, examine the coin under magnification. Look for a strong, clean strike, especially on Monticello steps. Count each step. If you can clearly see 6 unbroken steps, you may have a full steps variety. Next, check for any doubling in the lettering, date, or details of Jefferson's face. Doubling errors, especially on the date or the word liberty, are very desirable and can significantly boost a coin's value. Also, inspect the edges and the coin's alignment. An off-center strike, clip planchet, or any unusual die crack can turn an average coin into something far more valuable to collectors of mint errors. Condition is everything. Coins that have never been in circulation, especially those stored in rolls or original mint sets, stand the best chance of reaching higher grades. Even small scratches, discoloration, or where it can reduce the coin's value considerably. If you believe you have a potentially valuable coin, it's worth submitting it for grading to a professional service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. These companies can authenticate and assign an official grade to your coin, greatly increasing its credibility and marketability. While most people wouldn't give a second thought to a nickel from 1991, collectors know better. The Jefferson nickel series has a long and rich history, and even in a common year like 1991, gems can be found by those who know where and how to look at the end of the day. This coin 5 cents 1991 D Jefferson nickel United States coin history.